So when it comes to setting permissions in Content Experience Builder, you can set permissions at a multitude of different levels, anywhere from your company level at the top, so the top level in here, all the way down to folders, channels, apps, templates, regions, and individual pieces of content. So you can set permissions at all of these different levels, depending on what you need your users to be able to do there. So to set permissions, permissions are going to be set within the properties of any asset within Content Experience Builder. So whether it's the company, you're setting it at a folder or a channel or an app level or an individual piece of content, a category folder, all of that's going to be done within the properties. So if you right click on any item, you can go into its properties. This would be the properties for the company level. I can right click on a folder and go into its properties. I can go into the properties for a template. I can go into the properties for an individual content item. And for all of these items, when I go into the properties, there is a security tab. Okay? And this security tab is where you're going to set your permissions. So the first scenario that I'm going to show you is if you have an author that you need to be able to access the Content Experience Builder software, and maybe you want that person to be able to do everything in there, access all of the channel, all the templates, all the content. You want them to be able to go in and create everything. Maybe you want them to be able to do everything just shy of being an administrator. Maybe you don't want them to actually manage any users and groups or make changes to the database settings, that you want them to be able to do everything. You can set them up with access at the company level there, and then that just gets inherited down. So permissions that you set at a higher level will just be inherited down through the hierarchy of your projects. Here, you can override permissions at a lower level if you need to, but I only recommend setting it at the company level if it's a situation where you want someone to really access everything.